Hypnosis is a certain state that happens to people. And this state, also known as a trance state, has three features that I think are hallmarks. The first one would be highly attentive focus. When one is in a state of hypnosis, their attention is highly focused on what's going on in front of them, or what they're thinking about, or something of that nature. But whatever is going on for them mentally, they're highly focused on. Next, hypnosis involves a bypass of what is called the critical factor, or kind of an eschewing of other interest concerns, and also a bit of an eschewing of reality sometimes. So for instance, things that in an everyday experience you would find hard to believe or nonsensical, you can experience as real or true. And this happens when we watch movies. It's called the suspension of disbelief. You find yourself watching a movie, something kind of fantastical and seemingly crazy is going on, so you realize you're watching a movie, and so you just kind of let go. And the third feature of a hypnotic experience is the stimulation of the unconscious mind. And so really, when you think about it, if a state of hypnosis is really just highly attentive focus, bypass of the critical factor, kind of lack of interest in activities beyond what you're focused on, and a stimulation of the imagination, then you're probably starting to realize that trance states happen daily and often. A couple major places that people experience deep, profound trance states on a daily basis: reading books, watching movies, getting deeply involved in a conversation, getting deeply sucked into work or a sport or working out. A couple other things that we can talk about here are, if you are to get sucked into a movie or a book or something like that, you're really going to start to notice that your attention is focused on that book or that movie. And if your attention isn't focused on the book or the movie, the state is hard to keep. And this is why if you have something that breaks that state, you can often come back to watching a movie you were really enjoying and think, God, this is such BS. Like, what's going on here? I don't believe any of this. That would never happen, and those kinds of things. And, there are many times that people are in these types of states. And so what I'd really like to impart to you at this point is that these types of states are natural. They occur as people are doing things on a daily basis. For instance, a really popular thing that people like to talk about is highway hypnosis. And that's when you get hypnosis from driving for a while. Because what starts to happen is, as you're driving, you start to see the same blinking line. Dun, 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 dun. It's very repetitive. It has a tendency to cause people to space out. And that feeling of spacing out, that's hypnosis. Hypnosis, insofar as something that somebody does with or to somebody else, or hypnotherapy or something like that, is a little bit different, because when you go to see a hypnotist or hypnotherapist, or you see a stage hypnotist or something like that, we're not, we don't go like, boogity woogity, now you feel a trance state, blah! As a hypnotist, really what I do is I encourage these natural trance states. I'm not doing anything or causing you to have any type of experiences that you're not already capable of. In a hypnotist's office, it's a lot easier to start out at a normal conscious level and go very, very deep, because hypnotists are well trained in different techniques that cause the mind to start doing the things that will constitute and allow somebody to enter this trance state. So all a hypnotist or a hypnotherapist really does to get a client into trance is to use a series of techniques that generally have these types of effects on people. I'm taking your natural reactions and using them to help facilitate a certain mental state that you're already capable of. And from the inside of that mental state, there's a lot of interesting things that can happen to a human being, and can happen as a human being works through issues, or works through memories, or works through problems that they have, or works through feelings, any of these sorts of things. And the hypnotic state has a lot of really incredible abilities that allow somebody to do therapy work. because the hypnotic state opens people up to being incredibly good learners. It opens them up to really just being open to a certain topic, open to new ways of thinking. It also is able to, in many cases, actually alter the unconscious programming that people have. And this is really the thing that people are interested in hypnotherapy as a therapy method for. The reason that somebody would seek out hypnotherapy is not just because the state feels good or because this is an all-natural treatment, but rather because this good feeling all-natural treatment offers a possibility of being able to alter the way that you think about something before you approach it.